What is going on, everybody? ELT here, and welcome to another Spider-Man 2 related video. As you are well aware, yesterday the long-awaited gameplay trailer for Marvel's Spider-Man 2 was finally given to us at the PlayStation Showcase event. You can watch my reaction to that trailer right up there somewhere. There'll be a little button you can click on and take you straight to that video. I'll also probably put it in the description of this video. However, to go along with that gameplay reveal, we also got a PlayStation blog from Insomniac Games giving us even more details on Marvel's Spider-Man 2 gameplay, and that's what we'll be going through right here. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the network if you're new, and turn on notifications, that way you don't miss out on any future uploads. Without any further delay, let's get right into this PlayStation blog. Marvel's Spider-Man 2 gameplay revealed. This blog comes to us from Aaron Jason Espinoza. He is a senior community manager at Insomniac Games. The article reads, and I quote, "It's a banner day for Spidey fans. We're delighted to finally show you the first ever gameplay of Marvel Spider-Man 2, the next installment in our original Marvel Spider-Man franchise, which will launch in fall 2023. More on that later. I may have some details about that one. There's a lot to unpack about today's gameplay reveal, so let's highlight some of the big stuff. You have no idea. The great hunt begins with, of course, Kraven the Hunter, who started off the trailer. As many sharp-eared Spidey fans noticed in our announcement trail in 2021, Kraven the Hunter, this version, makes his debut appearance in Marvel Spider-Man 2, and he's in search of an equal. That spells bad news for the inhabitants of Marvel's New York, including a rogues gallery of villains and Spider-Men, Peter Parker and Miles Morales. Between the start of Kraven's great hunt and an all-new symbiote threat on Earth 1048, our heroes have their work cut out for them. Setting the stage for our gameplay reveal, Kraven's Hunters, a new enemy faction, are in pursuit of Dr. Kurt Connors, aka the Lizard, and Peter needs to stop him. We kick things off at Connors' home across the East River in Queens, one of the all-new playable and explorable boroughs we're introducing in Marvel's Spider-Man 2. So, very interesting right there. It says one of the new boroughs, so we already know that there's the Manhattan area from the first game, and now we're getting Queens. Are we getting even more? Are we getting the Bronx? Are we getting Brooklyn? Are we getting Staten Island? There's a lot of New York you can pick and choose from. What else are we getting? I guess we'll have to wait until the fall to see, but the article continues. Let's get symbiotic. We don't waste any time. Bursting through the basement doors is Peter Parker, our original Spider-Man in this story, who needs no introduction. But what he's wearing perhaps deserves one. He's donning the highly coveted, iconic, and beloved black suit, and he's more than ready for a fight. Beyond serving looks, our symbiote-bound hero has some new tricks up his sleeve. We're no stranger to Spider-Man knocking heads, but never like this. He's much more aggressive, and punches certainly aren't being pulled. Symbiote tendrils are grounding ice Spider-Man's silhouette, slamming foes against hard surfaces, dealing no mercy to Kraven's Hunters. My advice, get cozy with the L1 button because you're going to love it. Alright, Aaron. I'm taking your advice. This is me getting nice and cozy with my L1 button. The super popular suit can strike fear in almost anyone who comes face to face with it, but Kraven isn't just anyone, and his highly trained hunters aren't afraid of a brawl. Freak not! New combat abilities can neutralize our new headstrong opponents with a little finesse. Strike back with aggressive parries to gain the upper hand, or cast a web of strong enemies between a hard place and a harder place. You can also activate a classic dodge to get out of danger, but don't get too comfortable. Some attacks can simply be dodged and will require a parry to properly evade them. Now that sounds interesting. Of course, if you played the first game of Miles Morales, you can dodge things pretty easily in that game, especially even on the ultimate difficulties. You know, there are some times where you just keep on pressing the dodge button and Spider-Man just jumps around the screen and you're pretty much good, you know. Same can be said for like the Batman Arkham series too. You can just keep on pressing the counter button and you'll be just fine. So maybe we'll get even a harder gameplay in Spider-Man 2. Guess we'll have to wait and see. Our animators put the work in to deliver a much more impulsive Peter Parker, fitting for the symbiote bound to his person without sacrificing his combat finesse. New takedowns humble even the most rugged enemies, and new combat animations push Spider-Man's limits. I mean, did you see what Spider-Man did to this guy? And it's a picture of him just completely obliterating this guy with his symbiote tendrils. So yeah, Peter Parker, if you did watch the gameplay trailer once again, the link is up there to watch my reaction to it. Peter Parker is pissed. And you can just tell by his combat and in his voice, he sounds pissed.
You have no idea. Craven wants a hunt? I'll give him one he'll never forget!
Hurt the leg of that spider!
He's gonna wish he never came to New York! I got you. Time to go boom, boys!
Oh, no! Everyone, take cover!
What are you guys doing?
Trying to take out that gunship! Let's go, man, before he gets too far.
No. He's mine.
You sure? He's got big teeth.
So do I. Oh, hell no!
In Marvel Spider-Man 2, we're putting respect on the black suit and giving it the story it deserves. In this installment, we're really delving into Peter's personal relationship with the symbiote and how it affects those closest to him.
See you, chump. What the hell?
Miles per hour. I like that wordplay over there. Really well done. Speaking of which, this sequel features not one, but two playable spider heroes, as Miles Morales returns in Marvel Spider-Man 2 and is a key player in our story. In this demo, Miles is in Harlem, hot on Lizard's tail. Speed is of the essence in many ways than one, which we did see a lot of in the reveal trailer. He has web wings, as you can also see in this photo over here. Web wings, which is something I wanted in the first game. We didn't get it. We're getting it now. Thank you so much, Insomniac Games. Can't wait to glide around and swing around. But he was booking in that gameplay trailer. He just launched himself and he's just gliding, and he gets there in like 10 seconds, like halfway across town, and I can't wait to play this game. Let's just continue the article. First, get a glimpse at the near instant swinging between both our playable Spider-Men, and if that wasn't enough, traversal gets a significant speed boost in Marvel Spider-Man 2. Cue the web wings, which can be deployed by either Spider-Man to move about the city swiftly and urgently, use wind tunnels between skylines to move with haste, and behold the capabilities of the PS5 console's SSD as you soar above the concrete jungle, zipping past all manners of cars, buildings, and people and pigeons. If you thought traversal in our first two games was exhilarating, just wait until you experience it firsthand in Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Bringing down the warehouse. After a brief flight across town, Miles has tracked Connors inside a Harlem fish market. By the looks of it, Kraven's hunters are making a move on him, so it's time to clear them out. In Marvel's Spider-Man's fashion, players can approach encounters with stealth or fist of fury, or both. Regardless of your approach, there are new gadgets and abilities to complement different playstyles. One of the new gadgets we're excited about is a web line, a new way to sneak around the environment to get the drop on enemies. Cast a line over a couple of hunters and watch as Spider-Man performs a dual takedown, a Marvel's Spider-Man first. That was something that we did see in the gameplay trailer, and I noticed that right away. I thought that was really cool. A nice dual takedown, and there was also like a triple takedown with some of the gadgets over there too. But that web line, I believe I saw somewhere that was actually originally intended to be in the first game, didn't make the cut, and it looks like it's making the cut in Marvel Spider-Man 2, which is really cool. It adds a whole new perspective to the stealth over there, being able to actually walk around, because there were a few stealth missions in Miles Morales and in the first game where there were some enemies that you just couldn't find a way to get to without being in their line of sight. And it looks like this is actually going to be a huge help, because you just set up your own web lines, walk straight across, and pick enemies off. Love it. Like his mentor before him, Miles Morales also has some new abilities and gadgets at his disposal. On the gadget front, we showed off the web grabber, a new gadget that pulls enemies together to an isolated spot. This allows Miles to chain one of his new abilities, the Thunder Burst, unleashing an electrifying ground pound against a group of foes. You also saw a glimpse of the chain lightning ability, which has shocking radius of effect on enemies nearby. That was very interesting to see during the gameplay trailer. At some point it looked like he was doing a Kamehameha, or a Hadouken, or it just looked insane. Between Peter's new symbiote abilities and Miles' newfound blue bioelectric powers, each Spider-Man has their own unique set of skills that can be upgraded via an all-new skills tree. Our heroes share technology and train together too, so we also include a shared skills tree that offers parallel upgrades for both. So that right there confirms at least 3 skill trees, one for Peter, one for Miles, and one that they share. Is there a possible 4th skill tree for another playable character like Venom? I'll keep my fingers crossed. The lizards in the details. As Miles tracks Lizard through the fish market, our environments are sure to activate your spidey senses. Our world is richer, denser, and packed with details, from particles to improved textures. Lighting also gets an upgrade, casting more dramatic shadows and reflections along the walls and pipes. Meanwhile, Sparso 3D audio creates unique soundscapes all around you. Further, we are upping the immersion in Marvel Spider-Man 2 with our signature use of the DualSense wireless controller, including a range of haptics and spectacular use of the adaptive triggers. I'm still getting cozy with my L1 button. And my triggers. Whether you're sneaking through interiors or exploring our city streets, Marvel's New York is brought to life in ways only possible on PlayStation 5 console. Be greater together. I like these little titles before each little individual chapter in this article. Working together, the Spider-Man must pursue Lizard and fight the hunters who seek his capture. Unfortunately for them, Kraven is well equipped. Boats, aerial transports, and weapons are all eyes on Lizard. The great hunt continues along the East River, one of the new areas you can traverse in Marvel Spider-Man 2, and the action is tight. Miles dismantles vehicles in his wake while Peter Parker leads the chase from afar. You'll seamlessly switch between both Spider-Man across a variety of story moments in Marvel Spider-Man 2. Thank you, God. We want players to bask in iconic team-ups elevated by our signature set-piece moments and experience the story from the perspective of each Spider-Man. Give me what I desire. There's no combination of words that can wholly convey how excited we are to finally show you Marvel Spider-Man 2. After all this time, we're excited to give you the first ever glimpse at what we've been working on all these years, and we hope that you are as thrilled as we are. Well, I think I can speak for most of us when I say that you guys went above and beyond with what you shown us yesterday at the PlayStation Showcase. Like I said during my reaction, you guys are just on a whole nother level. Marvel Spider-Man 2, and some of you may say I'm being biased here because I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, but honestly, not even being a huge Spider-Man fan, put the fanboy and stuff aside, this was one of the best looking games throughout the whole entire showcase. One of the best looking games we've seen all year round, and I have every ounce of my being has faith and confidence that you guys will deliver when this game does launch, and it's not going to be a game that's broken at launch, which we've seen a ton of this year. It's not going to be undercooked. It's not going to be underdeveloped. Insomniac Games is one of the few companies out there that are still, in my book, to be considered AAA. You know you're going to get a good quality experience. You know you're going to get either minimal to no bugs at launch. I mean, look at Miles Morales, look at Spider-Man when that launched, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. No real major problems when those games came out, right? There wasn't really much of a controversy. Okay, there was a little controversy with Spider-Man PS4 with the lighting and the puddles, but that's child's play. I'm talking about real major problems. There were no game-breaking bugs. There were no glitches that were going viral all over the internet. People were actually able to complete the game from start to finish, no problems. And Insomniac Games is one of the very few developers left out there that deliver top-of-the-line quality products like that. So I have every faith and confidence that come this fall, Marvel Spider-Man 2 is going to be an epic experience, and it's going to be fully playable with little to no problems at all, worth every penny. And to wrap up the article over here, it says, "We know you have been patiently awaiting more information about the game," absolutely about that, "including when you will be playing it at home. While we can't confirm a date today, we are on track for fall of 2023 and hope you will all be able to share a final release date with you soon. Stay tuned for more updates on Marvel Spider-Man 2, including edition information and pre-orders," which I cannot wait to see what the pre-orders are. Is there going to be another statue? I already got the statue from the first game. I got the PS4 edition console from the first game. I got the standard edition of the game. I got the deluxe edition of Miles Morales. So obviously, when pre-orders are available, I'm going to be picking and choosing a whole bunch of new editions for that game. I'm pretty sure they're not going to be doing the special edition console because they didn't do one for God of War. They may do special edition plates so you could put on your PS5, which I'll pre-order that definitely. Collector's edition, you know I'm going to want that. Now, as for a release date, I did do a little research, just a little. I was looking into when fall 2023 actually starts. According to my research, fall this year starts on September 23rd and it ends on December 22nd. So you figure that's the time window for fall 2023 of when this game may release. Now, games typically release on either Tuesdays or on Fridays. They rarely release on any other days of the week. It's usually either a Tuesday or a Friday. Now, there are two dates that I feel would be absolutely perfect if Insomniac was to be able to deliver this game on either one of those two dates. With the black suit, you know, dark, gritty, Venom, all that other stuff. Two dates. Both of them are in October. One is on a Friday the 13th, to be in fact. There is a Friday the 13th happening in this October. Would that be a potential cool release date? Friday the 13th, you get to play as Spider-Man, Symbiote, Venom, all that stuff. The other release date is actually a Tuesday, and it's actually Halloween Day, October 31st, which is a Tuesday. So, out of those two dates, which one would be a better release window for Marvel Spider-Man 2? Would you rather have the game on Friday the 13th, or would you rather have it on Halloween Day? Me personally, I would go for Friday the 13th, you know, the sooner the better. But a Halloween release for Spider-Man game would actually be pretty cool, not gonna lie, to see all the marketing coming this Halloween. Marvel Spider-Man 2, Black Suit, Venom, Kraven, this, that, the other. That would be pretty cool marketing. But other than that, that's all the information I have for you today. This article is absolutely amazing. Can't wait for this game. Once again, shout out to Aaron Jason Espinoza, who is the senior community manager at Insomniac Games, for giving us this PlayStation blog. Well worded, well said, got me even more hyped. Cannot wait for Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Look at that. Look at the web wings. Oh my god, look at the city. Insomniac Games. God almighty, you guys are wizards. Anyway, that's enough for this video. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more, and until next time, I am ELT, signing OUT out.
He got away from us.
It's good, Pete. I saved the tracker. Let's go, man, before he gets too far.
No. He's mine.
You sure? He's got big teeth.
So do I.
He's not normally like that, right?
No. He's never like that.